Last week I did a video talking about the fact that previous injury was the #1 risk factor when it came to future ankle sprains. Now you can't prevent every ankle injury. Sometimes you just get unlucky, you just end up in the wrong spot. But there's a lot you can do to prevent future injuries, and here's how. There's 3 little muscles on the outside of your calf. They have one real job, and that's to protect and stabilize your ankle and to stop it rolling in. What happens after an ankle sprain, or if you wear heavy bulky shoes all the time, is those peroneals become sleepy and inhibited. So instead of being sharp and alert, ready to work, they're kind of dopey and switched off. So what happens is when you hit the ground, instead of those peroneals bouncing you off the uneven surface or off the pothole or the foot that you land on, what they do is they're late, you start rolling, and before the peroneals have time to react, it's too late, you're already into your ankle roll. This leaves you with worse balance, worse control through the foot, and also ruins your agility and your reactivity too. The first thing to do to fix this is basically some static balance. So shoes off, standing on one leg, hands on your hips, and then eyes closed. The eyes closed bit is important because what we work on here is your proprioception, which is your ability for your nervous system to know where your limbs are in space without using vision. So by closing your eyes, you're forcing those peroneals and the nerves that control them to work to stabilize the ankle joint, as opposed to relying on your vision to keep your balance. Now that you've done your static balance, you want to work on your dynamic balance. So agility hops, low and agile to the ground, no pigeon toes, I want the feet straight, and I barely want to be able to slide a credit card just under your heel. People tend to get too much up on their toes with this one. You want to stay flat through the midfoot. So it's clockwise, counterclockwise, double diagonal, double diagonal. This one's pretty straightforward. If you spend any time on crutches, in a boot, or even just limping, that calf is going to be weaker as a result. If you don't directly address this weakness problem, then you'll carry that onto sport. Weakness leads to fatigue, which puts you in poor positions, making you more susceptible to future injury, and also just making you lesser of an athlete as well. 2 things you want to work on here. First is standing calf raises. Every second day can just be from flat, can be off a step, it doesn't matter, but just get them done. At the end of training, first thing in the morning, while you're brushing the teeth. It's a super easy thing that's going to help those calves be nice and strong, which is not only going to prevent and help you recover from any ankle injuries, it's also just going to make you better as an athlete because you're going to be springier and more explosive. Start double leg, probably 3 sets a day. You want to build your way up to about 30 reps. Once you hit 30 for 3 sets double leg, then progress to single leg. Same thing, work your way up to 30. And then second, if you have access to it, some sort of a seated calf raise is going to be really good. This will help isolate your soleus and your tibialis posterior, which don't quite get worked as well in the standing version. If you don't have access to a seated calf raise like that, you can just do a bent leg standing version, which will do a good job of isolating that soleus as well. The biggest mistake with all your calf raise work is people who go too fast and they bounce out of the top and the bottom. Control down, little pause, and then drive up from there. Just like with calf strength, if you don't directly work on your range of motion in that ankle and correct it out level to the other side, then you're going to be more susceptible to a future ankle sprain, but also to other problems up the kinetic chain, whether it be the knees, the hips, or even the lower back. The best thing you can do to fix that is the knee to wall dorsiflexion test, but just do it as a stretch. What you're looking for here is to have both sides over 10 centimeters and make sure the difference between the sides is less than 2. Hit that stretch for 30 seconds every single day, looking to increase the range just a little bit every time you do it. I've already done a video on this before, but glute and hip strength is really, really important when it comes to stabilizing that entire lower limb. Poor glute and core strength not only ruins your ability to control the knee and keep it out of valgus, but it also ruins the stability and balance through the ankle joint.